let's start the second part. Here we're gonna talk about the character portrait creation. The first thing that we need to have in mind is our goal. In our case, we already have. Our first portrait is going to be this red-haired girl, white shirt in a warm scene. With our goal in mind, now we need to know how to achieve it, and that's why I'm here. Let's start talking about the first step to make the character, anatomy. The first thing that we need to have in mind is everyone is different, but when we talk about anatomy, we need to figure out the basic human body shape, then add the difference later. Since the beginning, artists use heads to measure the human body. We use this as a guideline for proportions. Yes, those are guidelines, not rules. The average height for the head proportion is 8 heads. It's the easy way to set the proportions, but depends on the person's height. Let's stick with 8 for now. From the top to bottom, the first head is the red. Crazy, right? The second one ends on the nipples. The third one is the belly button. The fourth ends on the pelvis ends. The next one ends on the mid-thigh, bottom of the knee, end of the calf muscle, and the end of the body, the feet. Those last three are the ones that most vary, but usually each part of the leg has 2 heads of height, and the legs and the feet represent half of the body. To have more information, we can divide some of the heads on the half. Like the second one on the half is where they settle the shoulders and the clavicles. The third one on the half is where we have the elbows and the end of the rib cage. In between the mid-thigh and the bottom knee, we have the knee starts. For the female anatomy, which one is the one we are studying, the hips are as large as the shoulders. And as I said before, people have different sizes, and that change the head numbers. 8 heads is a person that had more or less 180 centimeters. Less heads, shorter the person. When I start to model, I usually make all 8 heads and scale on the body in the end. For our course, we're going to focus on portraits, and most of them are only with heads and torso. That's what we are going to focus on learning. First, we'll learn how to separate the body into big shapes, and those are the big shapes that I'm talking about. Moving to the Blender, we'll learn how to make our reference in our scene. Let's create a new collection, we call it References. Let's press Shift A, go under Image, and click in Reference. Let's search for our image in the Blender file browser. And let's select the front. Okay, the image comes from our point of view, alright? Let's clear the rotation. Click and drag and type 0. Let's go to the side view and rotate 90 degrees on the Z-axis. Let's move to put the feet on the 3D ground and move back a little. Let's go add another reference. This time it's gonna add the back one. Let's clear the rotation again with Alt R. Side view, rotate and the X-axis. Move up to put the feet on the ground and move to the front a little. Move to the back and let's make sure that the both images have the same location, the Z. Let's add the third one, gonna be the side one. Move up. I'm gonna copy and paste the Z location from one image to the other and move to the side a little. Now we're going to change the settings for the references. Let's select the back one, go to Object Data Properties. Let's check opacity and type 0.5 for it. And on the side, let's click on front for us to see the reference only from the front view, of course. Right now I think it's not the right direction, so I'm gonna rotate 180 degrees so we can see from the back, of course. Let's do the same thing from the front and side front, opacity 0.5, and we only can see from the front view, and from the side to opacity 0.5. But I think I'm gonna see both. I'm gonna go with both in this one because I want to see from both sides and clear the X location so we can see in the middle. Let's keep our file organized, so let's rename it. Alright, I'm clicking the empty, F2, and type it front. The second one is the back one, F2 type back, F2 type side. Alright, so we have our references on the front view, side view, back view, inside our collections, and that's it. That's how we bring a reference to the scene.